everyone, it's Kathy from To Die House. Today is Saturday, November 2nd, 2019. I'm back as promised with a few goodies for you today. One of the things is to announce the lucky recipients of the giveaway from last episode for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And then I have a couple of whips to show you, a couple of FOs. They're not fully finished yet. Bit of haul. Cat's at the door. Wants to come in because he was in here crawling around. Hang on. Okay. He's on his perch again. I'm already going down a rabbit hole. We have by our kitchen sink, because Darren is a mechanic and he washes his hand. You know, he has grease on his hands. We have a soap dispenser that you just stick your hand under and it automatically dispenses, and we keep Dawn dish soap in there. You know, so you can just wash the hands, get the grease off. But by the sink too, there's like one of those little like herb garden windows that juts out, and the cat likes to go in that herb garden window. So we don't keep anything in there because he's always in and out of there. He walked by the soap dispenser and his foot must have he has Dawn soap all down his leg. Somebody's going to be getting a bath when we're all done here. Okay, so anyway, if you're a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kathy. My channel name is To Die House. And so I have a couple of things. I have the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, some whips, and a little bit of haul, and then some really nifty things somebody made. I provided somebody with some fabric, and she made some really cool things that I want to show you. So I guess first of all, Daisy's making an appearance as well. She might jump up. We don't know. So first let's get into whips. I've only been working on a couple of things. I've been doing some punch needle. So when will I learn to bring something? I guess. So the first thing I have is the Rosewood Manor winter piece, and I worked on that just a little bit, and here is where I am at. So like I was telling you, it's an opalescent fabric. It's kind of a bluish aqua blue. I'm really loving it. It's a lot of fun to work on. It's really pretty. It's funny though, because it reminds me of, you know, I'm a Beatles fan. It's somehow, when I'm working on it, I keep thinking of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the diamond shapes and the sky color of the fabric. I'm sure that's what triggered that thought. But isn't that pretty? And it's an easy stitch, and it's a lot of fun. So that was my first whip that I got a little progress on. I actually have a couple of FOs, so those were ones that I actually finished this week. So that's number one. And then the second is, the second whip that I got a little progress on this week was from Heart's Content. Is that the name? The Heart's Content. And it's the annual ornament from 1997 Plum Pudding. And so I have a little progress on this. This is a slow go for me. Because it's from 1997, the chart is hand-drawn, and I'm having a hard time reading it. But I did get a little more into the plum pudding. So I want to get back to this again this week. I did get a little more in, but I really want to have it FFO'd in time for this Christmas holiday season. So those are my two whips. These were new starts and finishes in the last couple of weeks. The first one that I have, and I don't think I showed this to you before. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. It's by Delaney Woods Treasures. And it's a Good Tidings drum. So it's Delaney Woods Treasures, and the Good Tidings drum is the name of the chart. And so I finished my pieces for it. I just haven't assembled it yet. So this is what and I just pulled what I had in my stash. So that's the top of the drum. And what did I use for that? Did I write it down? I think I did. No. I have the floss right here. So I used, the red is Louisiana Hot Sauce by Weeks Dye Works. And the green is Forest Glade. I think this is going to be my Christmas green this year because I am really loving this color. Green, this Forest Glade. Turn it around so you can see the name. Now, I also stitched it on, it was a coloring cotton fabric. 32 count coloring cotton biscotti. When I was stitching it, it was a little yellow. So after I finished stitching it, I dyed it. I just let it sit in coffee for about a half an hour. I did not rinse after I took it out of the coffee. I just pressed it. So it did alter the color of the threads a little bit, but I'm really happy now with the fabric color. And then this is the drum piece, the circular piece, or the piece that goes around. And that's Good Tidings. So I started and finished that one, and then just the other night, let me keep it all together, right? The other night, I started, over the last couple weeks, I started Spacey Nash Primitives, Merry Christmas. Spacey Nash Primitives, Merry Christmas Pinky Drum, and that's what it looks like. And again, let me just organize. My act together. I hear you all screaming at me like, come on, cat, get it together. So I stitched this using, again, the Forest Glade. And I stitched it on Silk Weaver Fabrics Autumn Leaves. I don't know if you can tell. Hold it at a different angle. You can see. There, I don't think you can see it. There is an ever so subtle light green modeling in this fabric. You can see the modeling. I just don't think you can tell what color it is. It's a bright sunny day here. And then, so these are the top and the bottom of the drum. And I did not press this. But this is the side of the drum. Oh, you can see a little bit there. And then I think what I'm going to do here is just, when I'm going to assemble the drum, but as sort of a last minute addition, I think I have some silver Christmas charms. Do I have them here? I went on Amazon and I bought a bunch of silver Christmas charms to do some finishing with. So I'll add, it's an assorted kind. It's not all snowflakes or, look at, there's an Eiffel Tower in there. Who knew? little bells, all sorts of wonderful things. So I'll add that onto the drum. Maybe at the beginning and at the end, or at the top, and I don't know. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put that. But so that is Stacy Nash. Merry Christmas, Pinky. So those were both started and finished with the stitching part. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on over the last couple of weeks. These all back in bed. Look, I'm going to stay organized while I'm doing this because I can get it to be a madhouse. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And as always, you know me, I have my little library index cards that I write down what I've used. Very handy. Okay. So those are my FOs and my whips. A little bit of haul. This was a gift to me. Someone in my stitching group. She gave me, I think I showed it last year. She gave me a little red cardinal. And I love that cardinal. It was easy to do. They're fast kits. And I have that cardinal out year round. But she gave each one of us in our group a little turkey kit. Isn't it cute? So that was a gift. And then I was watching Jennifer and Allison Stitching Social, and they were talking about some freebies, I guess, that Jennifer had found. And I don't know how I missed this, but I did. But if you go out to Facebook to the Stonestreet Stitchworks, it's not the company's page, it's the fan page or the Stitchers group page. But they have some freebie files in there, and this is a freebie from Stonestreet. There we go. Isn't that cute? The little house in the snowflake? And it's called First Snow. Cute, right? Freebie. I did pick up, I was watching Misty Purcell from Luminous Fiber Arts, and she has some new releases for the holidays. So I picked up, I just got the PDF downloads. A Cardinal's Carol. Isn't it pretty? And I think the bells are stitched in DMC, but I was like, oh, maybe Chronic. I don't have my reading glasses on, so I cannot tell. But I think I might stitch those bells in Chronic. Make them nice. Or if you're of the mind and silver is your thing, which I tend to prefer silver over gold, maybe do some silver bells. And then her other one is Holly Jolly. Isn't it cute? Cute little ornament. And I think she stitched this on mint. Oh, nope, she stitched it on Snow Day. So the model is stitched on Misty's fabric Snow Day. So there's that. Oh, back to kind of like FO things. I mentioned in my last video that our stitching group had been stitching this, the Alice's Mad Plant from Bendy Stitchy, and we all added our initials in. So now I can go ahead and FFO that. I think I might do a flat fold. Or maybe I can find a groovy little whimsical frame. Okay. Should have put this together. So, in the last video, I was talking to you about, I had ordered that Christmas banding, and I was like, oh, I can do something on that, blah, blah, blah. And our stitching group had a meetup at Needleworkers Delight last Saturday, and now we're all banding fanatics. I picked up some more banding. It's really cool. So this is just kind of a plain one, perfect for a primitive design. But look at this. Now it's an Ada center, but look at the scrolled edging. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? And then I picked up this, and I think I have something similar from last time too. So part of my haul this week, and I was, I'm collecting this series. I have all of them up to date. I don't know how much longer Little House will be producing these, but I did get, when they released this, I completely missed it. The clock maker from Little House. And this is part of the Hometown Holiday series. And then just recently released is the Mercantile from the Hometown Holiday series. Now, I had been sort of wondering what I was going to do with these. I wanted something that I could display, you know, like inside cabinets and or on shelves, or I was kicking a lot of things around in my head. And then when I found the banding, I thought, wouldn't it be great to stitch these on the banding going this way, horizontally. And then, you know, or if you're new here, you wouldn't know this. But I used to live in an old textile mill that was converted into apartments. Not very far from there, just a few blocks away, is a ribbon factory, which is also very old. It's called American Ribbon. And they have a shop there, but they still make ribbon in that factory there. So the bottom floor is the shop, but above it is the ribbon factory. So there are people up there making ribbon all the time. Here comes the cat again. It's like a chess game with him. Okay, so he's sitting there patiently. So he wants to eat. So anyway, I have this banding. I have the charts. When I went into the ribbon factory one time around their holiday, they have like a open house for the holidays. They had a basket full of their old spools. So I have a ton of these spools. They were only a couple dollars a piece. They get rid of them. So what I want to do is stitch that series on the banding and then take it, wrap it around like a spool on either end. So there would be another spool here. Whoop. So have a spool on either end, the series in the middle, have the town like a banner, and then I can put that either up on my mantle, or we have like a shelf area along one of our stairwells. It's like a half wall type of thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It all just kind of came together when I found the banding. I think that was the missing piece for me. So I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. So yeah, so these spools are so neat, and they're all different heights, colors. They have like the old, aren't they neat? So if you have like any factories or, you know, old manufacturers in the area, old vintage places, they're having another open house next weekend. I'm going to go because they're kicking off their holidays, and I'm going to see if I can find more spools. I have small ones, tall ones. Like, the other thing is, they have holes in the top, so you could stick a dowel in there. And I have a Prairie Schooler series that's Christmas trees that has a dowel coming out of the bottom. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cute to stick the dowel in there and use this as the trunk of the tree? Even I amaze myself sometimes. Okay. I did get from Needle Case Goodies. I just thought this was so simple and pretty. The Abbey Rose designs. Primitive Merry Christmas Pillow, it's called. And too much glitter. Go this way. Isn't that cute? Looks very simple, easy stitch. I did purchase from Jen's Stitching Niche. I think it was Jen. I've been eyeing this Prairie Schooler Santa for a long time. I don't know why. It just calls to me. Maybe because I'm a lover of the ocean. So I got this guy, Prairie Schooler, and he is the 1992 Santa. But for some reason, the lobster in the pouch and his little kind of like salty sailor hat just really called to me. The anchor around his waist. I just thought it was so sweet. So I picked up that one. I picked up, this is the 2019 Santa. I liked that Santa was holding the little lamb. Peace on Earth. I thought it was really sweet. I liked his candy cane staff kind of thing with the holly on it. This is the 1996 Santa. A couple of things sold me on this one. It's the candy cane staff with the tree at the top, and then the detail along his cuff and the bottom of his coat I thought was really pretty. And then finally, I thought maybe we do this over there. He's over there. Can't. This is, 1995 Santa. Very schooler. But the sun and the moon, and then holding the earth. Just all things we love in this house. The earth, the sun, and the moon. So I picked those up. I'd gotten these a while back. Meant to do them for this year. Didn't make it. I might make it for one. I probably won't. Who am I kidding? So many crafts, so little time. But this is Two Old Crows. Oh wait, I just got these. This is a punch needle. It's a candle mat. Isn't that pretty? And I had wanted to do it, but I just, time. So I think I'm actually going to try and get that done like in the spring so that I have it come next autumn. But this is the one I really wanted to do. And maybe I'll still dive into it. This is Ribbons and Holly, Two Old Crows, also a punch needle, a candle mat. But isn't it pretty? So the name of the company is Two Old Crows. Punch needle, candle mat, ribbons and holly. And here comes Daphne Dog. All the animals are present today. Orion, Daisy's over there, Daphne's in here. They're like, who are you talking to? Hi, Annie. Go get your lion. Get your lion. And then I picked up Stash Unload. Prairie Schooler. Has somebody's name on it. It's Prairie Lodge is the name of the booklet. It's one of the original prints. But look at all the little, I like the woodpecker, the moose, the bear, little woodchuck. Actually, it's a beaver, probably. Cute, right? squirrel. I thought, oh, I could do the moose one for my aunt, or the squirrel one for my sister, the woodpecker one. And then I picked up Carolyn Manning designs, going back to the banding. I was like, oh, I need something, before I had the aha moment of, I can do the Little House Needleworks series along the banding. I was like, well, I need something to put on that. So I picked up Carolyn Manning designs. The snowflakes hanging off the branch. Isn't it pretty? And the nice thing is you can isolate each one of those snowflakes and make its own ornament. And this is called Swingin' Snowflakes. Carolyn Manning. And I've never stitched one of her designs, so I'm anxious to try that out. And then I picked up, along that same lines, this is called Deck the Halls, also Carolyn Manning. And it's the Christmas ornaments hanging from the branch. Again, you can isolate any one of those ornaments and just make it into its own. They'd be cute done on perforated paper as well. I picked this up for me because I love, as you can tell, all things Paris. Ink circles and Reflections of Paris is the name of the chart. It reminded me of Notre Dame for some reason. Same ink circles by any other name. Look at the roses on that. I thought that was so beautiful. I picked this up to do for Darren, but I think it's really neat. But I think I'm going to do it for Darren. Ink circles. And it's called Castle Walls is the name of the chart. Castle Wall. When will I learn? Castle Walls is the name of the chart. And that glare is horrible. But look at that. Isn't that neat? Now listen. Barb and Leanne from Lost and Floss. You know why I initially zoomed in on it? Look at the back, the gargoyles. And you know, I have a kind of like a running joke with them about sitting out on the ledge of their craft room as just like a little gargoyle would. So it was the gargoyles that pulled me to it. And then when I really looked at it, I was like, oh, I think Darren might like that. I showed it to him. He was like, that's really cool. And then I said, well, do you want it in these colors or what do you... He was like, yeah, you know, I like those colors a lot. So his birthday's not till May, so if I can get it done before then. And then this one I picked up, not so much for the design in its entirety. I just thought it was a great resource for smalls. And I mean, and on the design, it's also ink circles. It's called Hanky Panky. Hanky Panky. That's the name of the chart. But they took like different motifs from the chart and look, it made a scissor case and a biscornu. So you can take, I got it for its individual parts really. I think this is what they did the scissor case from. Yep, from the deer. The biscornu, you can do like one of this and that and assemble them as a biscornu. I just thought it was really neat how they broke it down into smalls. And that's really the motivation behind me buying that. So, also, Needleworkers Delight extended their sale. So you know what that means. And then, finally, The minute this came out, I was on it. On it. This is the Jeanette Douglas Blooming Bouquets. Number 3 is Joyful, and it's Jeanette Douglas. Look at those poinsettias. Now, it does come in 2 colorways. This is the red colorway, and on the back it shows it in more of a coral colorway. I wanted the classic red poinsettia, so I did pick up the silks to go with it. He's still up here. He's just kind of moseying around. If you hear a big crash, it's the cat. So those are the threads that go with it. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the colors. Oh, sign me up. I'm actually going to start this week. I love it so much. I mean, the minute I saw it, I was like, oh my God. Must have. Must do. Okay. Part of my haul. This is, I provided one of the ladies in my stitching group, the one I was telling you last week, who has multiple craft rooms on multiple levels in her house. She stitches bags. So I gave her some fabric and asked her to stitch some bags for me. You've seen this fabric before, I'm sure. A couple of people have shown this. But it was the mermaids with the martini glasses and the cat. There I am with the little starfish in my glass. Isn't it? Oh, I love the fabric. So she finished it with that in the middle. So she made me that bag. And then a smaller bag, same fabric, different interior fabric. Love. Love. And then my friend Barbara had sent me as a gift. She sent me, and I showed it to you, this towel. It's a dish towel. And since the lady that I had given it to, she was like, it's too pretty to cut up. So she just sewed it, folded it in half, sewed it at the sides, and then put Velcro at the top. So that's one. And then the same for this one. The Mary Poppins towels that I picked up when I was at Disney last March. Just sewed it up the sides and did Velcro at the top. And then with my other Disney towel like this, the Mary Poppins one, oh, I love it so much. She actually made me a project bag with the checked interior. Isn't that pretty? It's a jolly holiday. Spit spot. Spoonful of sugar. All the wonderful things from Mary Poppins. The penguins. And, oh, I love it. Her magical bag. I have not seen the new Mary Poppins. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. And I know it's not supposed to be like a remake of the original. It's supposed to be like a continuation, but I just can't bring myself to do it. And then I love, again, a dish towel that I bought at Disney. Practically perfect in every way. With the navy zipper and the yellow fabric. It's very beautiful fabric. From a dish towel and some extra fabric. She made that. And then floored me. She makes Stitcher's project books. I had bought these towels. These are dish towels when I went to the Primitive Hair Retreat in Italy in 2016. And I had kept them here because I was like, I'll do something with them eventually. So I gave them to her. Now, she couldn't use all of them. And this is it's a book. It's got a spine, with a seam going down it. She did some decorative stitching at the top. But check this out. These are the towels that I bought in San Gimignano, I think it was. So it's got a button, hoop and a button closure. But look. It's a book of, you can put needles in here. It's got a zipper pocket. 2 more zipper pockets in the middle. Another zipper pocket in the back. And then in the very back, it's got like this sleeve pocket. Then she made a little one of those like thread holder things that you can put your orts on. And then in here is a magnet for your needles. And it's a book. Isn't that amazing? And she used the dish towels that I gave her for it. Lord, she did say it was difficult to sew because I guess the thickness in the middle kind of was tearing up her sewing machine a little bit. But isn't that? And now I have this wonderful memory with my Italian dish towels, and I can just carry them with me. I've been hugging it. I have. I've been petting and hugging my bags. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. Okay, and then finally, before we get to giveaway, I canceled all of my subscriptions to Fabric Clubs and Floss Clubs because I was just starting to overflow. And then I went and subscribed to another club. But it's in the UK. It's only a 6-month subscription, so after that runs out, I think what I'll do is just let it expire and then just monitor what they release, because at some point you can go back and buy prior. Phone, hang on. Full of interruptions today. Animals and phone calls and house phones. And anyway, the name of the company is Cotton and Twine, and you can go, I think at some point they do offer at least the old charts. I don't know if they have extra kits or whatever you can buy, but I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I will. They have different ones. It's one subscription, but they include like one month will be cross stitch, the next month will be embroidery. So they have a variety of different types of needle crafts inside the subscription, which is really great, especially if you want to try something new. So this is the box it came in. Look at the beautiful box from the UK. I just got this week. Yes, I opened it because I'm a rebel and a rule breaker. But it did come like nicely packaged. And inside the box is the chart. Isn't that pretty? The little Noel pillow. So it's the chart they send you. They send you a little Joe's Tea Company. It's a tea bag. This is the Earl of Grey. They sent in their little package a Coco Loco hot chocolate spoon. They sent, so cute, a little make your own felt festive dachshund. Isn't that cute? So I'll be making that, the little felt dachshund. And then they send you everything you need to do the little pillow. So they send you in this pretty red bag the fabric and the floss. And the little, for lack of a better resource right now, the little, look at that candy. Look at that rickrack. It's rickrack with a little, I've never seen that before. Have you? Isn't that so pretty? So that's the hanger. Then they send you the backing fabric. So it's the entire kit. And then the little, and look at the Santa Claus is coming to town bag. So the little rusty bells are in here. Crinkle. Loving that, Gary, aren't you? The little rusty bells. And the little bows. So they pack them all. I love, they post videos of them packaging it up, and I was like, so then the little gingham bow. Right. So that was my first one. And then I think the next, like they have an embroidery kit comes next, I think. And then another cross stitch kit. So I'm like, you know, for 6 months, I don't have anything else coming in from a subscription perspective, and these are kind of unique and different, and something just kind of special to get in the mail. And oh yeah, all right, I'll finish that later. So that's it for that. Look at the box. Like when you get that kind of pretty box on your doorstep, I'm telling you what, I am full on. I was in Christmas mode like 3 weeks ago. I just stopped fall Halloween. I think when I finished the Jack's House thing, I stopped Halloween and I was like full on Christmas time. Okay, next is the winners of the giveaway. So, first of all, I want to, again, as always, extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to all of you who subscribe and watch my channel and comment. And even if you don't comment and you just watch and enjoy, that, to me, just putting that out into the world is such a wonderful thing. And there are channels that I'm not a big commenter anymore. I used to be. But I just appreciate everybody that I watch, and I appreciate everyone who watches me. And so when I passed 1,000 subscribers, it really was a very heartwarming thing for me. And I wanted to express my appreciation by doing a giveaway to mark that milestone. So the giveaway event closed at midnight last night, or very shortly thereafter, but we were up late, so I didn't get downstairs till... I know, I'm drawing it out, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. That makes me nuts. Okay. The question was, tell me your favorite comfort food, and tell me what you wanted to stitch. That was it. So, the first giveaway is the Christiane Dahlbeck book. I thought it might have been autumn and winter. It might be spring and winter, or winter and spring. It might be autumn. I don't know. I don't speak German. But this brand new book then goes to Barbara Mayer. Congratulations, Barbara. You're getting the Christiane Dahlbeck book. I hope you read German. If not, I think you can figure it out. But yeah. So that goes to Barbara Mayer. And Barbara's favorite comfort food was her mom's goulash and mashed potatoes. And my grandmother used to make the goulash. That was really good. And served it over potatoes as well. So when she left that comment, it kind of sparked that memory for me. The second one was the Patchwork Pumpkin. So that was the Nikki's Notables bag with the Blackbird Designs Patchwork Pumpkin Reward of Merit chart, and the set of the tray with the Ort container. So that's number 2. And that goes to Cynthia Bonds. Congratulations, Cynthia. Cynthia's favorite comfort food, like, cause I remember I said it could be bourbon. It doesn't have to be food. It can be just an ingestible item. So her favorite comfort food was cold beer, and then also pumpkin pie. I don't know if necessarily together, but hey, if that's your thing, do what you want to do. But yeah, like for me, a comfort food in summertime is an ice cold beer. And then in the autumn time is pumpkin pie. But I thought that was so great because she was like, ice cold beer and pumpkin pie. And at first I was like, together? I guess you could. And honestly, if it's one of the Oktoberfest beers, you could do it. You totally could do it and get away with it. So yeah. So, Cynthia, that goes to you. And then the third is the Jack's House with the Nikki's Notables bag. And this also comes with the floss and the fabric. So it's an entire kit. And that goes to Pam Dumont. Congratulations, Pam. So that goes to you. I really enjoyed stitching this. I hope you do too. And Pam, oh man, Pam struck a note with me. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. And I'm like, yep, I am very much a grilled cheese and tomato soup kind of person. In fact, I think we're going to have it today. So, that's like the perfect, as soon as, like, here it was like 70 degrees on Halloween day. And even into the night, it was like 70 some odd degrees. And then a storm came through and the temperature just dropped. Like the high now is in the 50s. At night, it's going down into the 30s. We had frost on our grass this morning. And I'm like, it's grilled cheese and tomato soup weather. So yeah. So congratulations, everyone. Barbara and Cynthia and Pam. I will go back and reply to your original comment, and then just send me an email with your address, and I'll get those out to you. Congratulations. And then, honestly, I loved everyone's comments. Anyone who was telling me what their favorite food was. It was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I want to make that. Oh, I want to make that. So some of the most popular ones were chicken and dumplings, which, say no more, right? Chicken and dumplings. Pot roast. I'm like, yeah, good pot roast and like coming out of a slow cooker. Pizza. Pizza's my go-to, like if I'm like stressed or give me a good pizza. But if it's a bad pizza, it doesn't turn it, like it goes from a comfort food into like, what? Beef stew. Yeah. With homemade bread. Mac and cheese, which is, my aunt makes a killer mac and cheese. She was a home ec teacher, so she has this recipe for mac and cheese. It's like, it's crazy good. Meatloaf. I love meatloaf. Darren hates meatloaf. It's a texture thing with him. So if I make it, it's gonna have to be like a little. I usually, like, if I want it, we have a lot of diners in this area. I'll get it at a diner because then I can have my mashed potatoes and gravy, which, by the way, was probably the most popular. Mashed potatoes and gravy. I still, to this day, a woman in her 50s, pile my mashed potatoes on the plate and then make a little well in the middle and pour my gravy in, and then I let it overflow like a little volcano. Do you do that? I still do it. I can't help myself. Oh, man. So anyway, so thank you everyone who participated and commented and told me what your favorite comfort food was. And y'all are just amazing, amazing. And I really enjoyed reading all your comments and getting a little insight as to what gives you comfort, especially in the cooler weather. So again, I'll reply to the three folks who were selected and let them know. And that's it. That's all I have for now. It's nice and cold here. I really love it. And also, don't forget to, okay, does not apply to everybody, but if you're in an area where you change your time, clocks go back an hour tonight. For me, that means I get an extra hour of stitching because a couple of friends in my stitching group and I are participating in the unofficial 24 hours of cross stitch that's going on this weekend. So we're going to be stitching tonight probably until 1 or 2 in the morning, or maybe even 3 if we can make it. And we have in the past. But then, you set your clocks back an hour, get an extra hour of stitching it. All right. Have a wonderful week. Have a great rest of the weekend. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying this time of year. I like the lull that goes into Thanksgiving. It's kind of like there's like a 3-week just kind of lull where you can kind of catch your breath a little bit before the big fun ensues. So enjoy that and have a great couple weeks. I hope to see you again here really, really soon. Until then, take care, be well. Thanks again so much for watching. Peace.